Twitter, falling out through the rubber. Remember, this a jungle. The top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team.
to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Hilton on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Time with Raheem Mostert, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mostert. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. Return on this one is the fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with all extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Mostert. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And does Washington have it? They do. So a first quarter fumble in the rain. And this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here. So they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Right back to Dobbins on first. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brent Urban there to get him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Here's Dobbins.
At the 38 yards.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
At the 46-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Bridgewater now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 4.
On play action. It's Bridgewater. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield off the play fake. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
third down. That pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
46-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second down and 8. Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Caught left side by Hilton. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And down he'll go at the 25.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. Off to Thomas on the left side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And another tackle broken. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
To number 13, T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 14. First down, Cowboys.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield on play action. That one complete to Hill. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 28 yards on that one. And it'll move the chains.
5-yard line.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Final play of the half. Mayfield flush to his right. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
They'll run here with Dobbins. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 22 yards.
And Washington has taken the lead.
He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And does Washington have it? They do.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, completes it to Butler. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Dobbins. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy.
This shit getting ugly for you, big dog. Damn.
Would love to get to that record.
Sorry.
Beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
At the 25-yard line, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Bridgewater. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 6.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 6.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act in the third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Next is Washington 35. Cowboys 21. Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by... Jordan Poyer.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Quick throw here to Hilton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about. And that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. The partner, they've got a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll make this a second and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Room past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. First down. Dobbins. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. second down. Dobbins, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Throwing now is Griffin. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Griffin. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers. A gain of 4. It's now
from the gun, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Washington,